Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, depending with the time that you are watching us. Of course, this is Culture Hub TV, our #1 online TV on matters of cultures and traditions of different communities of Africa. And yes, this season is season of circumcision, and who are we to not bring topics, or who are we to not discuss anything pertaining circumcision of the Bukusu community, and also about the Gishu community of Uganda. I am sure we'll be venturing on that field too. Of course, it is me, your host, presenter Dante, alongside
Stuma
Manyasi Omlako Omwene. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. We have munched a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And sipping a lot of beer.
Yeah. So you are good. You are in good health.
People are now healthy.
Yeah, people are dancing. Yeah. Celebrations everywhere, right? So, Kuka, on our last episodes, we've been talking. I remember we started from the first step of circumcision.
Yes.
The Embalu process. Yes. And our previous episode was about now the cut. You talked about the cut. Once the cut has already happened, and as we proceed, I remember this a question I forgot to ask you, and maybe we should start from there going forward. You talked about now the part where the msinde is removed the mud, the foreskin has to be placed in a proper place, and a safe place at that matter. But I remembered that what normally happens sometimes once msinde has been circumcised, though it don't happen to every msindes, some you will notice that once they are circumcised and now the ceremony has ended and it's time for them to be taken to their huts or where they'll be spending their days of circumcision or nursing their wounds, you will notice they are taken around the hut or around the simba or around the house that they will be sleeping. Yeah, they are taken by the back.
Yeah, there's a seclusion place.
Yeah, the seclusion place. And I wanted to know, why is it so? And what is the essence of that?
Now, you are right. We have a certain, we have some activities or rituals which take place at every given stage.
Yeah.
And to many, when you ask the elder people, they won't tell you the logic behind every given.
Yeah, sure.
But there is this belief that stage one, you say you are a child, you are now a youth, and you are now adult.
Okay.
So it signifies
the transition now.
Yeah, life stages.
Okay.
That is my version. But basically, all people will tell you the snake. You tend to behave the way the snake does. That when the snake goes in the inside the hole wherever it lives, it goes in the head first, then brings the head out,
and then by the back.
The remaining whatever.
The body.
The body.
Yeah, it goes by the back.
So it observes as the body goes.
Yeah.
So the head is here, but the remaining part is still here. So it goes. So it goes in 3 stages.
Yeah.
The head.
And then
the middle body, and then the last, the tail.
And now, what is the relationship between the snake and the msinde? You know, some will all
referring to Mango. Mango. In fact, it is not Mango himself who killed the snake.
Who did that?
Because it's the father.
It's the father.
Yeah.
But
But when the father had killed the snake, at that time there were the Maasais were circumcising people around there. So he said, I've killed that snake, you can go and witness. When they went there, the witness, they said, you are a daring man. So he said, you can also be circumcised. But they looked at his age and said, no, this one is elderly, you cannot circumcise him.
Yeah.
So they took the young man. Though they say he was a young boy, but he was not very young, but at least could be around 15 years. And they say they had this normal seat, traditional.
Yeah, the three-legged stool.
Yeah. He had to sit on that one. Then he was circumcised while sitting.
Oh.
So it was the father who killed
the snake.
So the snake, for him to kill that snake, there are certain activities he was doing. First of all, he prepared the log, put it before for the snake to put on the head, and then he prepared himself, even the outside there. He had to make sure that he brought some branches, to prevent it not to go any other place. And also he had to make sure that he is able to hide. So they say, since he had killed the snake, it's the same way mango should eat. That is the process.
Okay.
But they don't specifically say exactly why.
Okay. Yeah.
But for my version, I tend to say you are a child,
youth.
you are now youth, and now you are an adult.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think we have gotten that point. I think all of us.
We need to go deeper.
Yeah, we should. We should revisit that, right? Yeah, I think all of us need to have a dad or a father like Mango's father, because all the glory went to Mango instead of the father. I am sure if you ask anyone right now, they will tell you Mango killed the snake.
The snake.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it was the father who was the GNC.
It was the father who took part of the GNZs right now. And so back to our topic. Now, after he has been circumcised, he has been taken to the house in his Simba. What follows now?
It's not the Simba.
Likombe. Likombe. Okay.
Yeah, seclusion. Yeah. Now, what happens is that, as we have said, he was taken round. He goes round, and when he's going round, he goes while walking. In fact, some people tend to mess. Some do not know what to do. Some take him walking backwards. But it's not the way it should be done. He goes around walking, seeing where he is going to. But by the time he reaches here to go in the house,
inside, he should now go by the back. Oh, but now people these days, or some people, will make the candidate who has been circumcised to go by the back.
The point is, because if he goes backward and he is likely to slip, he can easily fall. But if he's walking around, seeing what it is, but going in the house is when he has to go by
the back. Okay.
So after the boy has gone, the initiate has been, is now received in the seclusion. The parents have always to prepare in advance. Look for the beddings. Traditionally, the beddings are what? Dried leaves, banana. Rusanja. It's very warm. So the father has to prepare that. make sure he puts in the proper place in the house, and then that is where the boy is going to sleep. And that place is restricted. Not everybody can go there, but there are specific people that wants to go there. So he's prepared in a very good place where they are sure that he will be sleeping there. He will be getting his meals there. Yeah, all his belongings will be placed there. So after he has been brought in, the girl, normally we call her the guide or whatever, will come with that soil. She's the one who will remove the soil. Not too young, not too old. She wants to remove that soil. And also, previously in the past, the initiate was standing on the ground. They remove the, if it's grass, they remove and then it becomes bare ground. It's believed that even the circumcision is supposed to be bare feet, so that at least there is that electrical there. Musamba goes around, so he stands on the ground. So she removes that with the blood, put it in the container was the back of a banana, not dry. But we call it kuhojiria. Yeah, a cut in a knife, reasonable size. Then it's folded. Yeah. So they take this the blood.
Yeah, and they put there
the soil. They put it there. And then they tie it around. Even mafunga is put in there. Even that soil is put in there. Then they tie. They put it. They don't throw it that same time. They keep it where the boy is. After that, people will settle down, and then the initiate will be. They'll make sure that he has somewhere to rest. There is this time for Holumia.
And when does that happen? After how many days?
That same day.
That same day.
In fact,
Holumia.
Yeah, it does. In fact, if he was circumcised at around 10, that should be at by 12 or 1.
That's now during the time that he has to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that sometimes it may take time, but it depends on when he was circumcised. But it is actually immediate. Yeah, it does not take long. Unless otherwise, if the boy is not, sometimes he may not have taken enough meals. May feel hungry. Another scenario is that they tend to believe after circumcision is undergoing another initiation. Chisarira. There are those pains after circumcision. We call them chisarira. At that time, even if you give him food, he won't eat. So they say, until those pains are gone, is when the circumciser comes. So the circumciser comes to Holumia, which means now the mother prepares the food, specifically on special containers, his belongings, the cup and whatever. So once the food is prepared, it gets the circumciser to come in. Then you will have to feed. Sometimes some know what to do, but what he does is that he comes to trick. He tricks him. You take this, no, you take this, Then finally, and then when the first food he takes does not swallow, the other side, the other one, the other side. That one is inviting the ancestors to share with him food.
Okay.
That's the meaning of
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay.
that yeah. You see, like the old people, when he's going to pray in the morning, he goes out and then he says,
Yeah.
yeah. So similarly, even the initiate,
Okay.
when he's eating fast food, you don't swallow, but you put it this side, you divide those people. The ancestors on the right hand, that is your clansmen. The ancestors on the right side, your mother's clansmen. You are invited. You are inviting them. So the initiator will be advised to do that. Then he will start feeding himself.
Okay.
That is not all. Hulumia is not only that the circumciser is to do that, but he has, before he gives him food, the circumciser will check the boy. Is he still bleeding? Is he in a good condition? After he has confirmed that he's in a good condition, there's no problem, is when he can now hold me. He doesn't just come and then he start holding me. He must check the boy.
Okay.
So here, the main logic is the circumciser comes
To check.
confirm.
Yeah, if the boy is in good condition.
Yeah.
Okay, but now it is just made, or it is just put out there that
Hulumia.
Hulumia. Okay.
That is his work. He's a doctor.
Of course.
He's a healer.
Yeah.
So he has to do his job.
Yeah.
He has to confirm. Was the cut proper? Yeah. Is he still bleeding? Is he comfortable? That's it.
Okay.
So you cannot go feeding when somebody
Is not okay.
not in good condition.
Yeah, you have to confirm first and then. Okay. So after Hulumia, we have that night that the boy will rest, of course, try to nurse their wounds. But again, I'm told after the third day, it's when now this boy has to be, maybe to have his first bath or to clean himself. And the circumciser is also supposed to be there. Or what happens now on the third day, or what follows next after Hulumia?
After the circumcisers opened up the way for the infant to start eating, that's all.
Oh.
The job remains for the father.
Okay.
Treating. That is now the start of the treatment. In the past, they were not putting on the herb immediately. They give first day, second day. So the third day is when they start treating. The reason being that, you see, they may start treating when the boy is not in good condition. So the 1-2 days is observation to see if he's okay. Is when they will start
Treating the wound.
So to start treating, they will come with what we call bimwe cero. Yeah, they are special plants, very smooth leaves. Yeah, so they bring those leaves, then they will put round the wound. They make sure it
has covered
around
the wound, and then
that is done very early in the morning. So by around at times they can put it on in the evening. So by next morning, when you come, when you remove, you know that those leaves tend to stick. You know the blood, the blood that was clotted.
Oh, it now removes it.
Yeah.
So that's how they used to clean the wound.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Those leaves are very smooth, but it's just like fiber, cotton. They are soft like cotton.
Okay.
They have some hair. Yeah. It's hairy but very smooth. Yeah. So when it comes in the morning, they start now, they remove. As they remove the wool, the clothes, it's now open. Then they bring the narulwe. We call it narulwe. Engu. Traditional herb.
Traditional herb. And I am meant to believe that.
Which means on that day after circumcision, just for calling, the father goes to look for to fetch for the herb.
On the day of circumcision?
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the day,
on the third day, it will be ready.
So he goes to fetch for the plant. It's normally green leaves, not dry. Green leaves. And you know what he does? Sometimes he may be, this young man has always been rude to me. So he talks to the plant. Hey, I want you to come and treat this man. With a stick. He said it becomes bitter.
It's like he's invoking the herb. You are talking while. So you are using your stick to cut the herb.
Not cutting. He beats the leaves.
Okay.
He talks. You can't treat my boy here. He has been rude to me. And then after that, you know, the plant is very soft. He picks by the hand the leaves. Then he puts it on if it's a granary on top, so the leaves.
It dries.
After that, he will make a special plate or a broken wool pot, lujo. That's where you have to burn that. So he brings the fire, burns the leaves. You know, he does not allow the leaves to dry completely. Just really, but he will use some other plants to burn the leaves. After he has burned it, then he will crush it into the fine powder. Make sure that there are no cracks, no stones, no sticks. You know that plant also, when you burn it well, it burns completely and it becomes very smooth. So then you will crush. Then you will put in a special container. Sometimes you can use a barrel, sibumba. You can use that one special for keeping that
medicine.
So that is done on the second day. So on the third day, everything will be ready. So after he has put the simwesero to remove the clothes from the wound, it's now red. The skin is red.
And very clean.
So they were using the feather
or to scoop now they have. Okay, and apply it.
So whoever does that must be specialized person. If the father cannot do it, he will hire somebody. A young man, an adult, not just same age mate, you know. An adult and who is actually daring enough to make sure that he controls the initiate. Otherwise, the initiate can give you kicks.
Sure. It's so painful, huh?
It's painful. So he has the techniques of actually applying that drug. He takes it, then turns it. In fact, if he's a very keen man, it's only 2 flashes. If you are careless, you may go 3 flashes. That is, you take one.
Here, this side, the other side, and at the
Then
bottom.
finally here.
Okay.
Then you rinse it. And you stay like that. You know, there were no bandages.
Yeah, of course.
But the initiate will crack it. But it's advised not to put the legs together.
Okay. He has to open.
Yeah. so that the pains until sometimes it takes about at most 20 minutes. Then the pains will go. Okay. So sometimes if the organ is big, they make anger.
To hold it up, yeah.
You put it there, to hold it, and then you will have to hold so that it remains upright.
Steady and upright, yeah.
Sometimes because if you leave it, it may
Slip on the
attach
other
itself
side.
on the testicle.
Yeah.
So it interferes with
The healing process, yeah.
So it is lifted up.
So that it dries.
It dries.
Okay.
So after that one, the next day you'll have to bring again Vimwesel. In fact, if it is proper, it takes 3 days.
Okay.
The third day, it will be good. It will be now spotted white, red, white. We call it Kamaemba. So it takes 1 to 3 days.
It will have started to heal.
Really.
Oh.
It goes very fast. Yeah. So he has a special guide, one who is experienced. He knows how to, to handle the patient. that condition. And then we have Namachengeche, the girl who bring in food. Not everybody brings. Yeah. It's always taken care of, very carefully. So there are two people, and then we have what we call Namakala. The other day somebody was amusing me that, you know, when you circumcise children when they are small, and then especially those ones taken to the hospital, he may not know the difference. So his age mate underwent the circumcision traditional. So he saw that I can go and assist him. He had already been circumcised the other year and is now coming to be the Mahara of it. So they asked me, what is wrong with that? I said, the mistake is the parents. Because he saw his age mates, so he has to assist him. So he's in a Mahara. He himself had been circumcised the previous year.
But now again.
But because these are his age mates, he goes to assist them to go and bring Rulongo. Assist him, you know, as you walk along the road. He's carrying eggs for him.
Which is not right.
Which is not right. But anyway, that is how it is. So, in a seclusion, he has rules. He is given rules to follow. Time for going out, time for coming in. Time for meals, time for dressing. He has to adhere to that.
To those rules.
Very strict. The moment he messes, the guider will have to punish him.
And at which point is he now made to clean himself? You know, I'm assuming during this whole period, he still has the mud on his body.
That is on the third day, after they have applied the drug. Then he is instructed to go and bath. Bathing is not just water. It is that special stone. We call it rulong. It's chalk. It's a rock, but it's actually chalk.
The whitish.
Whitish. Normally it's found at special places along the river. They have that soft stone. When you dig, you know, deeper, it's white. It's actually white. In fact, I think should be, they call it what? Chalk. It's white chalk. So they mix it, they have a special container, rucho. They take that rock, soft rock, they crush it and then put in water. They remove the stones. So that chalk, the rock, which is chalk, they have to smear the head. In fact, the parents, they are always very careful, they shave. They shave. So they will have to put that chalk in water everywhere. Everywhere apart from the organ. Then they will stay there for about
Another thing about these boys that I have noticed is that they're always walking with some sort of sticks. Because again, I'm told you cannot greet them by hand, you know. There's a special way of you greeting the circumcised boys. Why is it so?
And that is another point whereby we are seeing people doing certain things, you know, certain stages, but we have never, you know, some of us don't know what is the cause, what is the logic behind. It's believed the initiate cannot greet people by the hands, or even the colleagues. They don't. The point is that they may have infectious diseases or something like that. And then it may interfere with the boy. And there's that belief that treating everybody.
You might sometimes have some bad luck. And you know, at this point, I'm convinced our ancestors were so wise. Those people, because you know, no one would have thought of some sort of maybe infections that since you are in seclusion, you should not even breathe these people. So that's the reason why they invented the kumwasi, because I'm told it's called kumwasi. They have to just hit you. And again, someone else will say that these boys are always hostile to girls. You meet them by the road, or they are hunting, you know. They are so hostile to girls. I've seen a situation where when girls sees the initiates, they have to run away.
Even the pots are broken. It's the way I understand is that they are not rough. But to some extent, maybe which is the best word to use? Coercing. In a disguise.
Cohesion in disguise. Let us put it that way.
It's not really being rough, but it's not teasing.
Some sort of playing here and there.
Like you, those days, you are not circumcising young boys.
It was some
mature people. Mature people, 18 years above. And I see at that stage is also marking this stage. From here, I have to marry. Are you seeing now the logic behind? So he has also to see which type of girl
and could it be that maybe, you know, if you have to interact with these girls, and since you've mentioned the issue of mature, then maybe it could also affect your healing process, because you know, we all know with men, it reaches a point maybe very early in the morning that you have to, maybe it could be
psychological. That's another scenario. The girls should be kept away. Otherwise, like we say, Muhindi alisema nini? Kushaona akili potea.
That's true.
Kushaona akili potea.
Once you see it, you.
So it tends to crack your mind, and then
sure.
And the organ will stand and then it will crack the wound.
Sure.
So you see, no, the old elder people didn't say it directly, but the girls should not be beating the boys, you know, the initiates, because psychologically, because you are mature people, you know.
They are mature.
So it's likely to, at that stage also another issue is that the organ, the way you are handling it, the erectile system is very active. That's how they say it. So, which means they have to do away with the female.
I get it. And
there are so many other things apart from controlling the infection, but also controlling the erectile system.
And now, once that has happened, you've started your medication. Of course, you are in seclusion. The boys are hunting and everything.
Instructed how to go about your life.
Of course.
Where to go, where
not to. There is at this point where your circumciser has to visit you, and I remember, for me, it is at this point where I met mine, and he was talking about kumwikale sakuli kukuo ta kumwikule kukuo. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, it's called huvit. I'm not sure about that, but I want to believe that there is at this point after maybe your circumciser has opened you, or it is during the opening, like you mentioned earlier. It is when now again you have to meet with your circumciser to just exchange those words, because there is that period when he advises you.
Luvito.
Yeah, Luvito.
Circumcisers Luvito.
Yeah.
My understanding, after searching here and there, you see, as I said, there are certain activities we are doing, but we don't see, we don't know the logic behind.
Yeah.
The circumciser does not guide the initiate in such a way, but you know, on that day, for example, this is going to happen after the boys have healed. Let's say now this is August, so somewhere September towards the end or October is when the circumciser comes to Huvita. But it's not Huvita. The circumciser comes to confirm to you that his work is perfect.
Oh.
That is the logic behind. Yeah? Because Huvita, he will tell you, okay, now mine is clear. I've now seen. You see, he has to check the wound.
Yeah, true. That's for sure. Yeah. It's just making the follow-up. Yeah. Okay.
As I said earlier, circumcision it is neither religious or culture.
Yeah. It is health-wise, medicinal. Yeah.
It's a health act.
Yeah.
So if you following that on that note, it means a circumciser is a doctor.
Yeah.
First day he has to confirm that there's no more bleeding or the wound is okay. And then after that, after the boy will have healed, he will come and check, say, okay, now me I circumcised you, I can find, I've seen that you are perfect, so you have to be perfect person.
Okay.
So at times, to me, it is to tell the boy that then you are now mature, you are now clean, your organ is up to date. So I've prepared you, the way for you to be active in your life, using the organ. You see, that is the advice goes along with the organ.
Yeah.
So he will tell you there are certain sentiments.
He will make sure they come across the conversation.
Tend to exaggerate.
Yeah.
Others, the proper manner of advising the boy is that now your organ is up to date. You should not blame me that I destroyed you or I messed up with you. You are clean, so you go and marry. They will tell you if you get a woman somewhere, she's going to fetch
water,
water.
The riverside.
Clear with her first before you assist.
They'll make sure they tell you that. For those of you who have undergone the process, I'm sure you can attest. But for those of you who have not, or your culture does not involve this, we are giving you a tip of what happens.
So the circumciser will say, if you get any woman, you see now
at the river,
river,
and you make sure you look left and right and make sure there is no one. Use the opportunity.
So on the other hand, is telling the boy to experiment.
His work.
And that's what they say. But properly, the circumciser will come to
make a follow-up.
that the wound is up to date, you have no problem.
Okay.
So he gives him the instructions that the organ is now okay, you can now go ahead with your normal activities from now.
Okay.
So that is actually the meaning. It's not really guiding the boy.
Yeah,
He
but
guides the boy according to the work he did.
he did. Yeah.
Yeah?
He's letting his work. There's some relation. Yeah.
It's just like when you had a broken
Leg.
You go back for your doctor will say, okay, I think
Now you
your
can,
plaster can be removed.
But
After
make sure you don't
removing the
walk
plaster, you
more
don't-
than 5 kilometers. Yeah. Limit yourself, or you should not run, or do not wear high heel. You know. Yeah. They will try to give you space.
That is exactly, that's the scenario. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
So the circumciser only advises according to his work he did.
Okay.
But it has not instructed a young man in a general life. Lubito, proper lubito is normally done at a special ceremony called hutyuha.
Yeah.
And I advise people on huhualuha, when the boy is coming out from the seclusion, should not be mixed with your
Hutyuha.
hutyuha should be separate.
Yeah.
Huhualuha is only done
Yeah.
to receive the initiate in the home.
Yeah.
And then in fact it should not be everybody to give lubito. No, it should not be guided.
Okay.
Let him enjoy. Now he's joining the family, joining family members, and you each share with him, and he just sing songs, and that's all.
Okay.
But no more. People should not give lubito. If you are giving lubito to the initiate, what of the girls?
Yeah.
Because proper lubito should go by the boy.
But I thought maybe the girls should have their own segment where they are, because we have different roles, you know. Even when it comes to marriage, we have different.
You see, lubito hutyuha. Yeah. Lubito during hutyuha, the boy and the girl.
The girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That same time.
And in fact, guys, what Kuka is saying about Hutyuha, I think we have a video. You've done that episode of Hutyuha, specifically Hutyuha, and you highlighted everything, including, if I am just to remember, some of the things you said is that it is a ceremony that will involve almost every member of
high size. Patano and
yeah, you said something like that. So guys, I highly recommend that you just try and visit our page. Just type something like Hutyuha Culture Hub TV, and I'm sure that video will come to you. Of course, Kuka, I want us, or I wish us to end our video here. We've talked about the entrance of the initiate into the house. We've also talked about now the opening. How did you call it in Bukusu? Hulumia. Yeah, we've talked about medication, and it's the father who does that, who goes to look for the herbs, and we've also covered the part of bathing. At which point are they supposed to get the bath? We've covered also the seclusion period where they hunt, and why the significance of them working with kumwasi. You've, by the way, today you've
that stick.
That stick.
It's just to ward off the those people who might be bad eye. What we call bad eye.
Yeah, sure.
They tend to avoid to handshake.
To handshake.
Makiu, we have these people. I think they were focused because they didn't have this issue of tetanus, but tetanus was there. We call it wambakuha. They tend to believe that people can do that. Shaking hands was to be avoided, and then also the girls were to be put aside because they can cause what we call sexual loss, and it may cause the wound to crack. or to open up.
Yeah, okay.
So that was the hidden.
The hidden idea behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that they were against the girls.
No, but yeah,
To
of course,
avoid.
of course. That's why I've said those men were really wise. They were so wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and guys, I think for those of you who have watched this video, I'm sure you have grasped a lot of things. This video is so much informative. It contains a lot of things, and I would just want to urge you, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly consider doing that right now, because in this channel we are going to make sure that our cultures do not just disappear, they do not become instincts, because we are looking forward to making this channel a library or an archive for you guys. For, if in case you just have some doubts or you want to learn anything about any culture that are or any tradition around the world or globally, make sure you just comment right below there, asking us what we should do for you, or where we should visit for you, or which community you are interested, and we will do a video for you. Just don't forget to subscribe. Of course, it is me, your host, Presenter Dante, alongside Kuka Manyasi.
Yeah, don't miss your chance. Where do you belong?
Yeah. Where do you belong?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you should belong somewhere, and make sure you belong to Culture Hub TV, because here you will learn. Here we are vast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, goodbye. See you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.